Lowering the music volume just a bit there. Hello world, it's Birdo Prey 5 Qapla, and welcome to Bed Life for Monday, April 13th, lucky number 13, April 13th, 2020, Qapla, everyone. An early start today because there is some severe storm weather, as Con Ed tells it every day. When they call, some severe storm weather expected a little later this afternoon, so I figured the earlier I'm on, the better, in case things get really bad come 5:30, 6 o'clock. I'll be sure I'm off the stream by then. So, let's see. John Araki was first. Welcome, John Araki. Qapla, 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Hello, 47 Yorktown. Life with Matthew says Qapla. And Joseph Patrick just donated 2 euros through Super Chat. Hello, world. It's Joseph Opay 2. Greetings, everybody. Welcome, Joseph Opay 2. And greetings to you, Joseph Opay 2. Life with Matthew says Qapla, Bird of Prey and all Qapla. Life with Matthew. Hector says hola, Hector. Admiral Saval says he's first. You know what, Admiral Saval, you're close enough. John the former peasant says hi. Welcome, John. Mike Richards says greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. Mambo me, baby. You've mamboed out, Mike. You're all mamboed out. Captain Trek says hello. Welcome, Captain Trek. Joseph put in his super chat. John the former president says, so fella, I read comments on DJ's short vid about trolls. Potts gave good info, but was that all? I don't know. I didn't see the trolls on DJ's stream. All I saw this morning was his video he did about the trolls, and that they said some bad words on his game. And I said that I would think the game should have, excuse me, I have something in my eye. But I would have said that the game should have blocked, if it was like the biggest worst word you can say, the game should have probably blocked that out. But, or at least given the option to have it blocked out, which should be on by default. But, if it was something else, then, I mean, that's his choice. He chose to delete the video, which was probably a good idea if it used that very, very bad word. But, you know, unfortunately, yeah, we didn't get to see it. He could have uploaded it to BitChute or something where they're not so stringent. John the former peasant says, fellas, welcome, John. Oh, yeah, we're still talking about the rock solid ones, dear Bob. Not Ryan Johnson says hello and Qapla. Hello and Qapla. Not Ryan Johnson. Miss Londell says Qapla, Miss Londell. Shromore says greetings, Brittle Prey, Mama Prey, and fellow nerds. Greetings, Shromore. And Shromore also says greetings to Sassy. Chaser of cats, eater of cookies, stalker of cardinals, defiler of cushions, and scourge of the squirrels. Awoo! Awoo, Sassy. Sassy's sleeping. Not Ryan Johnson says, no accents today, Bird. My ears are killing me enough already. Okay, well, I will do my best. I can't promise, though. If things get ethnic, not Ryan Johnson, I might have to. It's not my choice, okay? My mouth just makes sounds that my brain doesn't control sometimes. Joe, talking about not controlling. Jerome Moore says, may not be able to stay long, so dropping by to give the stream like, thank you, Jerome Moore. Although I do hope you can stay. Not Ryan Johnson says, stop touching your face. Touching my face. I can't not touch my face. Rockside wants Dear Bop. Rockside, if I did Dear Bop now, I think there's only one Dear Bop there. I checked a few minutes before I went on. We only had one Dear Bop. So, I mean, we'll get to the Dear Bops, but temper your expectations. It was a short weekend. We did them on Friday, so there's not many Dear Bops right now. Agnes says, I was hoping for him to do a Mexican accent today. Taco Opre. Actually, funny you bring it up, because Mom Opre is going to make some tacos after I stream. Taco Opre. Sorry, not Ryan Johnson. Or who said they couldn't hold it? Yeah, not Ryan Johnson. Addie in stereo, my friend Addie, who we are debating mail-in voting policy with in a private chat for the last 20 minutes. Welcome, Addie. Who says first? John DeMarco says greetings. Greetings, John. Ozzy says hi, Bird. Pray, hope all is well. No, so far so good, Ozzy. Although I'm a little concerned about the weather. They are saying wind gusts up to 60 or 70 miles an hour and some severe thunderstorms. But right now, knock wood, we seem to be okay. The Neo-Normie. Hello, the Neo-Normie says, Bird of Prey. 7 of 9. Deanna Troy to Paul. Snog, marry, avoid. Snog. I don't know what snog means in American. Let me do a quick Google on that. Kiss and caress arousingly. Okay. I figured it was something like that. This is not going to be a popular answer. But, I guess we're gonna, you know what? I didn't think I was gonna say this, but I'm gonna say I'd have to marry T'Pol. You know I'd have to marry T'Pol? Her dedication to Captain Archer in that episode where he had the brain parasite. T'Pol is good people. And while I do not find her the most attractive of that three, or even the second most, she is very good people. And the logic, I think we could have a happy life together. So we'll marry T'Pol, and Jesus. See, well, Troy, when she was started on Enterprise, she was attractive enough, but I guess I'd have to avoid her, and we'll snog with 7 of 9. So maybe that isn't all that unpopular after all. But that's not what I thought I was going to answer when I started reading that, I'll be honest. Not Ryan Johnson says, never say there aren't that many Dear Bops. That's what causes a flood of Dear Bops. That's true. But I was also being honest. Agner says, but not good ones. That's also true. Not Ryan Johnson says, Hector, how often are there actually good ones? And Josh Reed says, so Bird of Prey, you're getting what I had on Saturday. Yeah, it's made its way up to the East Coast, and hopefully we won't get the tornadoes again, knocking wood. But I'm looking over, because over the laptop I can see the cameras out the window, and so far not so bad. And I'm on Top Chat. I need to be on live chat. So for those who are on Twitter, you may have seen me tweet this morning to Seth MacFarlane. I had a dream last night that I was in Seth MacFarlane's house. I was walking. There was this party going on. I don't know how I got invited there, but I mean, to be honest, when I was in my 20s and working for the liquor company, and especially when we were in LA or Southern California, we'd find our ways to parties. Sometimes we didn't know how we got there. It wasn't out of the realm of possibility that somebody knew somebody that knew somebody, and the next thing we know, we were at Sylvester Stallone's house, or some other celebrity, or their celebrity was over at my boss's house. One time in the middle of the night, I met, I forgot his name. He's a famous basketball player, and he had a show on ESPN or something back in the mid 2000s. But anyway, I honestly didn't know who he was, but my friends, like, you met someone? I was like, yeah, where was he? Like, he was coming down the hallway while I was going down the hallway in the other direction. And to be frank, I had no idea who this guy was or why he was in the middle of the house at the middle of the night. But, it's just things that happen. Oh, I'll think of it. Famous basketball players who hosted ESPN. If any of you know, you could throw out names. I'll remember the name if I think of it. Anyway, so those things happened to me when I was younger. So I don't know how I got to Seth MacFarlane's house, but the party was all over the house, and one part there was a bunch of people, and we were in this giant room that I took to be his bedroom because it had a bed, but it was really big, and I'm looking at this wall, and there's something fishy about this wall, and I push on it, and a door like opens, not Star Trek or Orville style, but almost like a hidden door, like a secret door, kind of just opens up, and then behind that door was what I assume to be the whole stage for the Orville, the sound stage or whatever. It was the whole set of the Orville. So, like, the party kind of moved into the Orville set, and like people just, dancing and who's talking and yelling and doing stupid things. And I'm looking around the ship, and I go, oh, this is awesome. And I had this great idea for an episode, I think. Now it's not, let me tell you, it's not No Identity Part 1 or 2, but I think it could be, a single episode, kind of episodic episode that, you can tie the B story into whatever's going on in the ship, but the A story is, like when the stars should appear, or something, or that planet that they had to evacuate, whatever, something. Anyway, so my thought was, and I already texted this to Seth MacFarlane, but he didn't answer, so I'm assuming he doesn't take ideas. So I'll just put this idea out there. Now, I think he would like it, even though it really goes against what I personally believe in, because I don't have a problem with fracking. But I know a lot of people do. And I just imagined, what if this giant alien, like fossil fuel powered spaceship landed on Earth today, and it just started, and it's huge. I mean, it's huge. Like, it's the size of Mount Everest, and it lands, in great open empty country in Montana somewhere, but it's a lot like a Borg cube in that it starts sending like tentacles down into the earth, and it literally starts sucking up all of the oil and all of the coal throughout the entire planet. And like, what do we do about it? And like, so it's going to land on this planet that's not not quite in the Union, but they know of its existence, and they're watching this happen, and there's this debate about whether they should get involved, because it's just a matter of time before this thing goes to a Union planet. Like, it's just an alien probe that's going through the galaxy. They don't know where it came from. They don't know its mission, but it seems to just land on planets, and it sucks out all the fossil fuels and moves on to the next planet. And so they encounter it, and first they got to investigate it. They see these tentacles kind of digging into the planet. They try to figure out where it came from. They try to find out, make contact with the creators. Maybe they don't know what's going out of control. They're like, shouldn't a civilization have moved beyond fossil fuels by this time? Anyway, it's just a whole bunch of fun ensues. And if Seth wants, I will talk the details with him. But I see Seth MacFarlane just made a $1 donation. Said, why would I make an episode of The Orville since you said it was canceled? Death to Kuroga, long live Turtistan. Seth, I was right. The Orville was canceled. You know it. You know damn well it was canceled. Hulu picked it up. And then, only then, did you announce that it was renewed. Bullshit. Bullshit, Seth. I call total and complete bullshit. It wasn't renewed, okay? If it was renewed, you guys would have said it was renewed before the season ended, like every television show does. It wasn't renewed until Hulu picked it up. So, bullshit. Your friends at Fox did you a favor by not announcing it was canceled. Maybe they had it in, they knew Hulu was going to pick it up. I don't know what, but that should have been announced months earlier if it was picked up. And proof, nobody started working on the show until weeks after it was actually picked up again. Right? There was no set design. They weren't filming. Right? If you were renewed, then why weren't you filming? Because you weren't filming, because you weren't renewed until Hulu picked you up, which means that there was at least 3 or 4 months you were officially canceled. So I'm sorry. Canceled. I wasn't wrong. But I will still give you full credit to use my dream, since I think I threw up in your house in my dream, and I feel like I owe you. Not Ryan Johnson says Bird dreams of Seth MacFarlane confirmed. No, I wasn't dreaming of Seth. In fact, I don't think I saw him in the dream. I just knew it was his house. Roxod says you used the wrong Orville in part of the tweet. Son of a bitch. I at Orville the Orville TV show, didn't I? Mike Richards says, what's up in the sky? It's Superbird. The Neo-Normie says Bird of Prey, and in the chat, if you could add one of 4 sci-fi things to Star Trek, would it be 1 Daleks, 2 Predators, 3 Cylons, or 4 vampires? Since I'm not a Doctor Who person, it's not going to be 1. I suppose there could be a planet of predators that, the Klingons could fight or something. Cylons are basically in. Cylons have basically become a reality with Star Trek Picard. So number 3 has already happened. Number 3 has already happened. And no, I mean, vampires are just, they're fantasy. They're not sci-fi. I mean, you could have animals that suck blood, like vampire bats or a species, but actual vampires that live forever and turn whoever they bite into a vampire, and they talk like this. No, I don't want the count in Star Trek. 1 nacelle. 2 nacelles. 3 nacelles. No. John the Former President says Seth is Batman. Josh Street says Bird of Prey, your twin brother, Bird of Prey 5, was on DJ Stream last night. That's interesting to hear because A, I didn't know I had a twin brother, and B, I wasn't on DJ Stream. John the former peasant says, then party became a... No, it did not become a Mocklin orgy. Jesus Christ. Agnes says, tentacles, hide your daughters. Mr. Lundell says, Bird of Prey, that was Independence Day Part 2. Was it? I didn't see Independence Day. I saw like 25 minutes of Independence Day Part 2. By the time they got to the moon, I had fallen asleep and I never rewatched it. Neo Normie says, that's Galactus? What's Galactus? It's Galactus. Galactus is a Marvel Comics. Formerly mortal man, Galactus, a cosmic entity who originally consumed planet to sustain his life force. Well, it's not going to consume the whole planet, just the fossil fuels. Actress's Bird went to sleep watching Independence Day 2. I did not go to sleep watching Independence Day 2. I went to sleep watching Ancient Aliens. I went to sleep, in all honesty, I went to sleep watching Ancient Aliens. That might have been. Actress's next Seth will say that he never dated a coworker, right? John DeMarco says, I think someone's a bit oversensitive about being wrong. I wasn't wrong, John DeMarco. I wasn't wrong about, let me tell you, I wasn't wrong about it being canceled, and I sure as hell wasn't wrong about today not being a bank holiday. I don't know what Lore Reloaded's problem was, but if you followed that discussion on Twitter, Lore is convinced today's a bank holiday. He said something along the lines like, people complaining they're not getting their stimulus checks. Do they not know today's a bank holiday? Which clearly implies he means a bank holiday for the USA, since the stimulus checks are only being sent out here in the United States, and both Lore and I are residents of the United States of America. So when I told him I don't think today's a bank holiday, and then I confirmed to him, like, no, I am sure today is not a bank holiday. He wrote back, can't you Google? Just Google, is today a bank holiday? And I said, I Googled it, and I said, but I believe that link, if you click on that link, it clearly applies only to the UK. It's a bank holiday only in the UK. And he still didn't accept that. And finally, when he finally relented, he didn't admit he was wrong. He just said he didn't want to, debate it anymore. So I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, Lord. My bank is open. I called them. They're open. I brought up the Federal Reserve bank holiday list for 2020. Today's not a bank holiday. I brought up Chase bank holiday list. Today's not a bank holiday. The only thing that says it's a bank holiday is Google, and that is limited to an article that's from the UK. I admit it's a bank holiday in the UK, but the original tweet was about U.S. stimulus checks. So it is possible somewhere in the USA today, somebody got their stimulus check in their bank account. Wasn't me, but it's possible. And if they don't get it, it's not because it was a bank holiday. Deposits and transfers and all those good things, they're still happening today. Yesterday, Easter was a bank holiday, but it hit on Sunday, so it really doesn't make much difference. Rock Solid wants some Dear Bops. Actor says next set. I read that. Serve Trektronics was Bird of Prey. How about the alien probe sucks out warp's resources like dilithium instead of fossil fuels? Listen, if whatever Seth wants, Seth will get, but I prefer suck up fossil fuels. Because I could see, like, they're complaining about earthquakes from, like, the fracking, the massive fracking going on. We've never had earthquakes here before, and then Seth can talk about how dangerous fracking is and how it's destructive to the environment, and I know that's the type of stuff he likes to talk about, so it gives him a little soapbox to stand on. Actor says since he botched all his Picard predictions. I didn't botch Picard predictions. I didn't make any official Picard predictions. Roxas says, Bird of Prey, you misspelled Orville. Son of a bitch. Actor says Cylons are already there. Yes, Picard is one of them. As is Soji and Sutra and all those guys. Richie Poole says, well, hello there, everyone. Welcome, Richie Poole. Actor says Salt Vampire Sue. That is true. And not Ryan Johnson says his ears. I'm sorry, not Ryan Johnson. The Neo Normie says, so no Admiral Beta Lugosi. Admiral Bela Lugosi. Son of a bitch. Who's Bela Lugosi? Do you know? Oh, I see. It's old time actor. 1931 trailer? No, I know. So no Admiral Bella. No, I guess he was a vampire. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No Admiral Vampire Man. No. Doctor. Wow. John DeMarco says the cloud creatures that killed Kirk's old captain is basically a vampire. And Rock Solid got mail today. Yes, we did too, Rock Solid. Josh Street says the Neo Normie, Star Trek has already had 2 Voyager, Hirogen, 3 Picard, TOS, and Voyager, 4 vampires in TNG. So anything that hasn't been in Star Trek is the Dalek-like race. Chief Cook says, hi, Bird. Welcome, Chief Cook. Thomas Potts says, I don't think the U.S. has bank holidays. Well, there are holidays. Banks are closed, but they're federal holidays, a.k.a. bank holidays. Mr. Lundell says, Bird of Prey, stop listening to Lore Reloaded. It's not good for your blood pressure. Loki's Mornings of Mischief says, hi, Bird. Qapla, Loki. Good to see you. I listened to about half your stream this morning before getting otherwise interrupted. But good stream as always, Loki. Thomas Potts says, I had a dream thinking I was late for class in college. I was a little worried when I woke up. I realized I'm not in college. I have that dream. I haven't had it in a while. I used to have that dream all the time. It's a very common dream. Long after you're out of school, you have the dream where either you're late for class, or what I would get was that it was like the last day of class, and I realized I had missed the class the entire semester. Somehow I'd forgotten I had a class the entire semester, and it's like the last day or the last week of semester, and I realized, holy shit, this entire time I haven't been going to this class. Now I'm surely going to fail, and I would like freak out, and I'd wake up, and I'd be like 28 years old or 33 years old. Oh, I haven't been in college in 10 years. I'm happy. I'm happy. And although then I'll realize like, oh, I can't walk. So a little bit less happy, but still happy I don't have to worry about classes like that. The other dream I used to get a lot, and not to put it on Mama Prey, but was that I had fish. And I would wake up and like, oh shit, I haven't fed my fish in months. I completely forgot I had a fish tank. How did I forget there was a fish tank? And I would be scared to look at the fish tank. Because like I knew I haven't fed them in months or years. And sometimes I'd see the tank and the fish are still moving. I'm like, oh my god, how did they live so long? The water is like half full in the tank. I'm like, oh my god, I feel so bad. And then there'd be dead ones. It always freaked me out. And then I wake up and I'm like, oh, I haven't had fish in 10 years. And then I feel good. Then I feel better again. Then I feel bad because I did have fish and I didn't get to feed them. But it wasn't that on my feeding them that did anything. It's I couldn't feed them. They were being fed just a little too much. Qapla, Loki. John Street says, Bird of Prey, on the Voyager episode, Prototype is like the Cylon War from BSG, but they want. Yeah, but Prototype, they were fake looking. They were robot looking Cylons. I think, that's true. That could have been like the early BSG. I was taking it to be BSG 2004, which was definitely Picard. And Sutra and Daj and Soji and all them. Joseph Patrick says, Bird does not know Bela Luigi. No, I did not know. Bela. He was Dracula. Okay, thank you, John DeMarco. Agnes says, I was asking for the likes just when he was lying about his predictions. Thank you, Hector. What predictions? Thomas Potts says Happy Halloween. Okay, Thomas. Whatever floats your boat. Mike Richards has confirmed Bird is a young punk. Oh, because I don't know an actor from 1930? Yeah, I'm young. Even Anti-Trigger is young by those standards. Miss Lewandowski's Bird of Prey, how the hell do you not know who Bela Lugosi was? I'm sorry, guys. I never watched Dracula. I did not like vampire movies. I didn't like werewolf movies. I didn't watch those types of things. Actor says Joseph Bird doesn't watch or know anything about that doesn't in color or Technicolor. Well, no, I'm okay with some black and white movies. 12 Angry Men. I liked 12 Angry Men. Not the first time I saw it, but eventually I liked it. The Neo Normie says Bird of Prey. You should Google is the Fendal. Is the Fendel as they're a very unique doctor creature? Oh shit, Vile. I'm sorry, I accidentally unmodded you, Vile. You're remodded. Sorry about that. You should Google is the Fendal as they're a very unique doctor creature who eats the life force, is really scary, and is a 7-foot tall slug. Well, I'll take your word for it, Neo Normie. Vile Mike says, howdy, folks. Welcome, Vile. Reggie Pools is Bird of Prey. I have the same dream about college. I wonder if we are connected in the dream universe. According to Sisto Prey, who read some books on interpreting dreams, it's a very common dream amongst many, many people. Peter Quinn says, evening, Joe, Bird of Prey, and all Qapla, Peter Quinn. Thank you for being here. Yes, it's a little early, so I guess you could be here, but it's late for you. But I started a lot earlier than usual. Actor says, a doctor, very much prefer the female sucker from the movie Life Force. Speaking of starting early, did Joseph drop in? Is Joseph here? Yes, Joseph. In fact, Joseph super chatted. Of course, Joseph is here. See, Joseph, if you weren't here, I was gonna tweet you. Robert Rose Jr. says howdy to Vile Mike. Welcome. Served Times Bird, did you hear that Trump took control of the Federal Reserve from the World Bank and transferred the gold reserves to U.S.-controlled banks using the Patriot Act emergency executive powers? I did not hear that, Surf, but that doesn't sound possible since the Federal Reserve Bank is an independent bank. It is not controlled by the president. So I listen, if that happened, it happened. I did not hear about it. I didn't read about it. But from everything I've ever been taught about banks is that the Federal Reserve is independent of the government, especially the executive branch. Richie Pools is Vile. Hello. Hey there. What was that TOS review of Shore Leave? My favorite episode of The Kid. Oh yeah, when are you doing Shore Leave? And Vile Mike says Joe dreams about killing pets. No, I do not dream about killing pets. The Neo Normies is Bird of Prey. Bela Lugosi was also in Cult Ed Wood movie Plan 9 from Outer Space, and he died and was replaced by a stand-in who was Woods' girlfriend's chiropractor. You know everything, the Neo Normie, about Bela Lugosi. I had no idea. Vile Mike says, Richie, we recorded it before the stream yesterday, and it will be working on it, and hope to have it get up Sunday. Very cool, Vile. And guys, if you're not subscribed to Vile Mike, please do. He does great Star Trek, the original series reviews with his daughter, aka the Vile Child, and it's good to hear a teenager's perspective on Star Trek, the original series, of course tempered with Vile's own perspective on the show. He's got a good thing going for him with those. And then she occasionally makes him do Voltron reviews as well, but most of them are TOS reviews. Robert Rose Jr. says, howdy today, Bird of Prey. Howdy, Robert. Peter Quinn says, I've just seen the first episode of The Rikers Bird of Prey, episode 7 Picard. Ah, yes. Well, it's the first and last episode of The Rikers, Peter Quinn, so I hope you got enough out of it. Loki says, Alexa, order pizza. Please don't. Okay. Actually, I had pizza for lunch. We had some make-at-home pizza. I had just before I started. Vile Mike says, Richie Poole, you may want to pass this one, though. We're not nice to it. It's okay. John DeMarco says, guess you never saw Ed Wood either. No, I can't say I did. Dr. Scotty says, Bird of Prey, your dreams are much better stories than the plots in Discovery or the Picard series. Well, thank you, Dr. Scotty. I have had some dreams that I wake up so exhausted. I mean, that was only one dream I had last night. I had another dream where I spent hours yelling at the New York State Senate. I don't know how I got there. I don't know why, but I was up at the State House in Albany yelling at the various New York State senators because they were doing some bullshit to the city and the state, and I was yelling at them, you sons of bitches. You don't know what you're doing. You're all going for this and that. You don't have one shred of respect. I was yelling so loud. And at the end, I was like, holy shit, this is a dream, isn't it? And I got pissed because I've been yelling for hours. Nobody's going to hear this. It's all a dream, and I'm going to wake up tired. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. I was so angry. All that energy put to waste. Maybe I had to get it out. Maybe it was my body just saying I had to get it out. But I wake up, there are days where I am amazed that my brain was able to put on such spectacular dreams. Like the choreography. I mean, it would blow away any motion picture. Some of the days I wake up with dreams like, holy shit, that would be a $2 billion movie budget if I ever tried to shoot that. I surprised myself because it's clearly not coming from outside influences, and it's clearly not something I've seen before. And yet somehow I come up with these dreams that are just ridiculously out there. Vile says howdy to Robert. Joseph says, do fishes drive tanks? Are they part of the Korean military? No, fishes don't drive in tanks. Fish tanks don't take much ammo. And if you do put ammo in them, the fish tend to die. Captain Trek, except really angry fish. Captain Trek says hello to Loki. Vile says, I was de-wrenched, then re-wrenched. Yeah, sorry about that. I hit the 3 dots by mistake, which still, another day, still not letting users go to any channels. Richie Poole says, Vile, so what else is new? Are you ever nice when reviewing TOS? Some of them were. Loki says hello to Captain Trek. Peter Quinn says it's 9 p.m. Well, I'm glad you're still up, Peter. Thomas is funny. When I asked on Google, was Orville canceled? It says it was renewed by Fox and moved to Hulu. And if you ask Google, is today a bank holiday? They're going to say yes. But they're wrong about that too. So, perfect example. Google is not always right. Vile says we were nice to Balance of Terror. That is true. Mike Richards is Bird of Prey. Sorry, I forgot you don't like scary movies. That is true. I do not. Sporking News Podcast says hail to all Qapla Sparking Nude. Wow. Qapla Sporking News Podcast, not Sparking Nude Podcast. Oh my God. Sporking News Podcast. Qapla. Welcome. The Neo-Normie, I had a dream. I had the Ring of Power, Lord of the Rings, and I used it to spy on my neighbor who is Flynn from Tron, Jeff Bridges, who has a school full of wood elves. Interesting choice, Neo-Normie. Servitor Comics says, I would always dream I forgot about class and showed up for the finals with no pants or underwear on. You know, I've never had a dream where I was dreamt I was naked. Not on purpose, anyway. I mean, I had dreams where I was naked, but by choice. Mike Richards is vile. Mike, that sounds painful. Mike, Richie Pools is vile. That's because you let Anti-Trigger hijack your review. That is true. That was an Anti-Trigger review. Peter Quinn says, man, I haven't been out for 4 weeks, Bird of Prey. Strange times. I understand, Peter. I understand. I mean, granted, I haven't been out in longer, but I understand. Lots of people have told me the same thing. They're starting to get cramped up. Cabin fever. Stay-at-home fever. Joseph says, I appreciate your early stream today. Yesterday I was too tired, and now I'm working despite public holiday, but I consider myself happy for having a job. Well, thank you, Joseph. Rock Solid is saying Dear Buffs. We're going to get Dear Buffs. Lugosi. Thank you, Mike Richard. Lugosi. Peter says sad. Bird of Prey. Poor kid. Peter says Tom Riker. It wasn't Tom Riker. It was Will Riker. Logie says homemade pizza as well. It's good stuff. Baby Yoda says hello from the Mandalorian show. Qapla, Baby Yoda. How are you, sir? I've heard good things. Vile Mike says Richie hijacking was worth it. It's a 40% increase in subs. In the week after that, still smells like crap on the virtual set, though. Robert says, so how come it wasn't the Prometheus class of starship wasn't in Picard? Is it a rights thing or what? I would say it's a rights thing, Robert. I don't think they have the right to use the Trek ships that we saw in, DS9 and Voyager and TNG. I think they have to pay to use any of those ships. And further, I think that even if they did pay, like let's say they paid to use the Enterprise D, but now if Paramount sells, or excuse me, CBS sells, some more Enterprise D models because of that, none of that money comes back to Secret Hideout. Whereas if they sell the Discovery version of the Enterprise, as opposed to the TOS version of the Enterprise, either through, Eagle Moss or some type of T-shirt design or a 3D set, some type of model set, then that money would go to Secret Hideout. Whereas if it's the TOS Enterprise, that money goes to CBS. So A, they have to pay to use it, and B, they have no financial incentive to use old stuff. They'd rather use their own models, because their own models they can still make money off of if one day this show ever becomes a hit, which it doesn't seem likely to do. But they certainly are keeping their bets that it might be. The Neo-Normie says, Bird of Prey, you should rewatch Buck Roger in a 25th Century movie, which was theoretically released pilot to a really great TV show. I like it, still because it's pretty sexy stuff. Neo-Normie, I don't know they've ever watched Buck Rogers in full. So, I'm not sure it would count as a rewatch. Alexa, do aliens exist? She said, so far there's been no proof, but the universe is a very big place. Vile says, Mike Richards, I barely noticed Bird has gentle hands when wrenching. Wow. Joseph's a Bird of Prey. Mike Richards, actually, since it's a Hungarian name, correct pronunciation is Lugosi. Lugosi. Tracky Gal says, happy sale Easter Day. Happy stale Easter egg day. Hello, Trekkie girl. Live long and prosper, Trekkie girl. Peter Quinn says, yeah, gunpowder is poisonous. Josh says, only in Kroger they put in fish tacos. Black powder, too. Yeah, that's what I meant. Joseph says, Trekkie girl, how you doing? Richie Bull says, vile birds, gentle hands. Feel good on your wrench. Wow. Mike Richards says, Joseph, I didn't know that. Thanks. The Neo-Normies is Bird of Prey. I tweeted the trailer for Buckrock. Thank you, Neo-Normie. I will check it out. Peter Quinn says, bank holiday here, Bird of Prey. Not that it matters. Yeah, I mean, even though banks are technically open, you're still not supposed to be going. Captain Trax asks Trekkie Girl how she's doing. Yosef says, what is Sparkling Nude Podcast? No. Sparkling Nude Podcast is, I assume, a different podcast from Sporking News Podcast. I can't say I've seen it, but I can imagine. John Street says, no wonder Kroger never wins wars. They are in without paying off the other side. Trekkie Girl is doing much better. Very good to hear, Trekkie Girl. Violet says, okay, folks, lunch break is over, so I go back to the essential job. For me, have a good insert relevant time period here. Stay healthy, everyone. Use gentle hands like Joe to hit that like button. Thank you, Vile. Have a good time back at work. We need to salute to Vile, who is an essential worker in this time of crisis. Trekkie Girl says, I went to bed naked a lot, and I ended up in a Parker in the morning. She misses Brazil. Wow. The Neo-Normies is my oldest recurring dream, is being in the main event at WrestleMania, but totally nude with a nude Hulk Hogan. Oh my God, Neo-Normie, you shouldn't have admitted to that. So your reoccurring dream is being in a nude wrestling match with Hulk Hogan. That is scary stuff. I wouldn't call that a dream. I'd call that a nightmare. Peter Quinn says, to be fair, Bird of Prey, my legs have been very comfortable. No problem. Very cool. 14 Barber says, hello, Bird of Prey. Qapla 14 Barber. It's a weird way of spelling 14, but I can get used to it. Mike Richards says, Joseph would listen to that. He would listen to that. Joseph's a Trekkie Girl. Good news. I mean, I'm feeling better. And the Parker one. Peter Quinn says, nah, the Riker's son that died of silicon. But yeah, poor Rikers. Immortal Technique says, hi guys. Hello, Immortal Technique. I'm cheating. I'm moving the fingers back and forward. Yeah, there you go. There's a little bit. I got it. I can do it. I don't need to crazy glue my fingers together like they did in, what was that, Star Trek Beyond. Wesley says, greetings, birds, turds, and I'm assuming can't stay. Oh, sorry, Wes, but thank you for coming by. Thomas says, Eagle Moss splits STD and Real Track ships into different subscriptions. Thankfully, because I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed if I started getting shitty STD ships with my TOS subscription or any other subscription. Joseph says, Mike Richards, I would expect at least a video. 14 Barber says, yes, they do. Mike Richards says, true, Joseph. Not right, John says, no matter how anything is supposed to be pronounced, Bird will always say it wrong. This is probably true. Richie Poole says, Alexa, if there is no proof aliens exist, then why is Trump pretending to build a wall on the southern border? Yeah. Same answer as last time. Rock Solid says, when we finally get to Dear Bob. Well, Rock Solid, when we finally get to the end of the comments. Cancel! Where are we? I didn't know tanks were tacos, says Josh Street. Peter says, why talks? Peter says, Rock Solid, have you emailed? I don't know what's going on. Rock Solid is not right, Josh. He never said anything more accurate. Rock Solid says, Peter Quinn, actually I have the question I'd like answered. Peter says, everyone dies, Rock Solid. Baby Yoda's Bird of Prey, I ate a frog and I liked it after having some soup. Good for you, Baby Yoda. Wesley Crusher says, I know I'm watching when I get home. Not this. Just kidding. I know what I'm watching when I get home, not this. Ha ha ha. But I understand. Wes. Peter Quinn says, you mean Thunder Lips, Trekkie Girl. Richie Poole says, now I'm missing Brazil. I've never been there. I've only been there in The Simpsons. They did not seem to like it. 14 Barbara says, it's not 14, but though, lol, it's 14 as in the study of paranormal and unusual. A hard one to pronounce if you've never said it before. 14. 14. 14? 14. Give me, what's that called? Phonetic. Give me the phonetic spelling if you don't mind. Surf, you know what, don't waste it. I mean, you can if you want. It's very unlikely I'll pronounce it as anything other than 14. Surf Trigtronics says, I have a recurring dream that I swim through the air and it's great and I always want to go back to sleep to swim fly again. Well, that's very cool, Surf. But as you're a surfer, you probably swim a lot, so it's probably not that different. Trekkie Girls is Bird of Prey. Did you get my image I sent you? Peter Potamus style from Harvey Birdman. I don't think I did. Trekkie Girl, I always answer when I did. Now, I haven't been on Discord in a couple of days. I will take a look a little bit later. Thomas is son of a bitch. Joseph says Troy probably had breast implant malfunction while breastfeeding. She killed her son with silicone. Wow. Peter was 42 last week. That's right. Happy birthday, Peter. Happy birthday. The Neo Normies says, Bird of Prey, have you ever watched the BB show Blake 7? It's a lot like Star Trek, inspired with Serenity and Evil Federation, and well worth a look in the lockdown days. No, I have not, Neo Normie. Blake 7. I've heard of Blake 7, but I have not seen it. And then Peter says, well, he's 42 all year. All year minus a week, but I gotcha. I hope you have a great 42nd, Peter. Of course, I know this isn't the best start to 42, but I hope it gets better. 14, Barber. There we go. Thank you, 14. Don't worry though. I don't take any offense. Well, thank you that you don't take any offense, because I certainly don't intend it. But 14 Barber. Okay. Josh Street says, keep throwing comments to Bird of Prey. Doesn't get to Dear Bob. So rock solid. Blah blah blah. That's Mamo Prey. So Rockstar Productions misses out on his daily dose of Dear Bob. Don't worry, we're gonna get to Dear Bob. Peter Quinn is on the 3rd of April. The 3rd of April. Happy birthday again, Peter. Rock Solid says, John Street, you son of a bitch. Joseph says, 14 Barber, I am in dire need of a haircut. I heard a lot of guys are just shaving their heads rather than waiting to get haircuts. Josh reads his Bird of Prey. You forgot about Peter Quinn's birthday. You owe him a song. You're right. I do. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Peter Quinn. Happy birthday to you. Qapla. There you go. 42, the answer to life, says Trekkie Girl. Sad face. Oh, I'm sorry. 42 was also Jackie Robinson, says Trekkie Girl. That's right. Robert Rose Jr. says, too bad live-action Thundercats movie never got made. Looks like live-action Voltron is never going to get made either. Blake 7's great, made by Terry Nation. It's here on YouTube. You know, I don't think I would have watched that. Let's put it this way. I don't want anything made in the 80s remade for at least the next 3, 4, 5 years. Because if they remade Thundercats today, it would be total bullshit. They would gender swap everything. It would be crap. They are incapable of making good movies in 2020. Maybe come 2023, after this is all over, and certain people are no longer in the business, maybe Hollywood will have a second golden age, and they will remember how to make movies. But for the time being, I don't want to see any movie remade. Because any movie I enjoyed, it's only going to be, yes, I'll hope it comes out good, but I've been hoping things have been coming out good since 2015, right? We haven't had a good movie in many, many years. I don't even know when I could think back to when the last good movie came out was. Some were better than others, okay? I mean, like the last Rambo movie wasn't horrible, but I mean, it could have been better. Especially the cut they released in the United States, which was missing the first 10 minutes of the movie, for God knows what reason. No reason anybody can tell me that movie was missing the first 10 minutes that everybody else in the world saw. Thankfully, if you've sailed the high seas, you got to see 10 minutes that the people who paid the money, and even I paid for on Amazon, and the fucking movie is 10 minutes of the movie is goddamn missing. I had to go to the high seas to watch the whole movie that I paid for, which is total bullshit. The movie doesn't even make sense without that first 10 minutes. It explains what Rambo's been doing for the last 20 years. Fucking Hollywood. I can understand they wanted to take it out of the movie because the fucking bean counters in Hollywood, excuse my language, but the bean counters in Hollywood wanted a 90-minute movie so they could squeeze in, one more showing a day because they really thought, what? They really thought Rambo was going to sell out for weeks on end? Fuck you. They knew Rambo wasn't going to sell out. They were just being greedy. But fine. If you want to be greedy about what goes on the screen, that's fine. But then why don't you just put it on the DVD or the Blu-ray or the digital release? You already filmed it. It's already there. Why wouldn't you include it on the digital release? It makes the movie so much better. Fuckers. Fuckers. All of them. Pissed. Pissed at everybody in Hollywood except Seth. You're okay, Seth. Thank you for inviting me to your party, even though it was only in a dream. Fortean Barber says, Joseph, excellent. Maybe we should set up some kind of live stream where I help you all out. The Neo-Normie says, the bells, they make me deaf. I'm sorry. And Trekkie Girl is sad again. I am sorry, Trekkie Girl. Peter Quinn says, what the will the Dolphins do? I don't know. What will the Dolphins say, Trekkie Girl? Mike Richards is yelling bravo, and Peter says, thank you, Berta. You're welcome, Peter. Robert says, the actor who played Avon passed away last year. Sorry to hear that. I'm not sure who Avon is, though. Peter says, Dolphins, Trekkie Girl, you never read the books. Joseph gives a thumbs up to Hector. The Neo-Normies Berta Blake 7 is as different as it real. Blake 7 is different as it's really dark in places. Understood. Yeah, Peter Quinn's is Neo-Normie totally. One of my cats is civilian. And Peter Quinn's is Endgame. Okay. Endgame was a decent movie. Endgame was a decent movie. Even Spider-Man Far From Home, that was a decent movie. But I would say Infinity War was better than Endgame. So I still want to say it was a great movie. It was a good movie. I think Endgame was a good movie. But I think that's about the only one we could even look to as being very good. The Neo-Normies is Bird of Prey. Hate to tell you, but there's going to be a Matrix 4. I know. There's going to be a Matrix 4. Joseph says, Fortean Barber. Luckily, my barber does home visits, and we agreed on Wednesday if I start fondling with scissors around my head, blind, deaf, and the result will be 2 left hands. Richie Poole says, Bird Rant. And Trekkie Girl says, read the book. Fortean Barber says, Joseph, I'm a mobile barber myself, and I've been telling my clients, please don't cut your hair. Just wait, I'll sort it out when it's all over. Peter says, The Hitchhiker's Guide to Trekkie Girl. Trekkie Girl says, listen, I used to watch a lot of PBS. I never saw the Waltons and Little House on the Prairie. And Peter Quinn sent a link to Hitchhiker's Guide. Understood. I'm not going to read that now, Peter, but thank you. 54.5 Axis Radio says, nice speech about Rambo. Thank you. Robert says he played a character on Blake 7. Neo-Normies Bird of Prey, the most expensive cut for time was the 6 minutes opening Superman Returns, which had a $10 million shot, which was shot on the dead world of Krypton. And did they put it in the DVD or the Blu-ray? Thomas is civilian cat breed. I don't know. I might have read it wrong. Joseph says, for T and Bobber, if a haircut is done well, you can still get in shape long after it needs to be cut. If you cut it badly, you will not be able to fix it for months. I don't have that issue. Rock Solid says, Endgame was terrible. You know it was better than Infinity War. Dear Bop. We'll get to Dear Bop very soon, Rock Solid. Trekkie Girls says, Blake 7 rocks. 14 says, yes, that's so true, but there's a way to get around it. Joseph Thomas, yes, they're protected by military ones. Peter says, well, it's a two for Bird of Prey. Infinity War and Endgame double was the greatest story on film for years. I don't know, Peter. It was good. I mean, certainly if you were invested 20 plus episodes into the Marvel Universe, it must have meant a lot more. But as I was someone who was only halfly invested in the Marvel Universe, yes, it was a good movie. But 10 years from now, am I going to still think Infinity War and Endgame were the best movies of the last 20 years? No, I'm not. I'll be honest. In 10 years from now, I doubt I'll even remember Endgame and Infinity War existed. That's the way I looked at it. Trekkie Girl says, by the way, I've got a model of the Vindicator in 3D. Very cool. Joseph says, 14 Bear. 14 Barber. Are you talking about the vacuum cleaner thingy for haircuts? That's a Flowbee. That was a Flowbee. Robert Rose Jr. says, Orac could mass shift also. Wonder if that's where Transformers got mass shifting from Blake 7. Auric, I thought, was a vacuum cleaner company. In fact, I have an Auric. Peter Quinn says Tony Stark hated not getting the last word. That's okay. See, that's the type of thing that I don't remember. I believe you, but I don't remember. 14 Barber says Joseph, geez, honestly thought it wasn't real and something from Wayne's World. He couldn't believe it when they were real. My dad bought it as soon as he saw that commercial. We had a Flowbee. But, yes.
I bought a Flowbee last year.
Oh, Mama Prey bought another Flowbee last year. That's true. Mama Prey wanted it for her hair. Trekkie Girl says, I never got into the MCU. In truth, I don't like many superhero movies because they're not heroes. They're not the heroes I read about. Peter Quinn says 3,000%. Mike Richards says the Flowbee. Yes, the Flowbee. 14 Barber says it was such a bad idea. Well, I can understand as a barber you might have that opinion. But as lay people who just need a little help trimming off some of their hair, it's not so bad. It's not so bad.
And for somebody homebound.
Okay, so with that, guys, let's go ahead and check out Dear Bop, Rock Solid's favorite part of the stream. Nope, wrong window. There we go. Okay, so for those guys who don't know, I offer free advice to anyone who wants it. If you need advice or have help, any question at all, you go to birdofprey5.com. You click on the link for Dear Bop, and there will be a form. You enter in your question or whatever, your situation. You hit send, and I get it. It's totally anonymous. I mean, you see here, Gary put in his name, but that's because he chose to email dearbop@birdofprey5.com. But you don't have to send an email. If you use the form on the website, it's anonymous. That was just Gary's choice to send an email. So most of these, like all these other ones, they're anonymous. So whatever questions you have, and now you say, well, why should I ask this schmo on the internet? I am a certified life expert, certified by the Kuroga Department of Expert Certification. So, pretty much as good as you're going to get on advice. Trekkie Girl says the last movie she saw was Wonder Woman. Did not like it. But that's not the Wonder Woman she read about. Understood. Trekkie Girl. Actresses Dear Bop sprouted today like weeds. They did. They did. This was the only one I had when I checked earlier. So let's see. Dear Bop, Empress Trixie here. I would like to order another Whack and Orphan from Birdco. I kinda broke the first one. I am closing 100 Qaplas and another 50 for shipping and handling. Signed, Empress Trixie of the Galactic Union of M-Class Planets. P.S. I may be ordering a bulk shipment in the future. We can definitely work with you, Trixie. I don't know what the Qapla to Kurogan rounds conversion is, but I'll assume you're a good customer. I'll assume you did the math. And as always, though, you get a warranty on the Whack-A-Mole, on the Whack-An-Orphan, but the orphan itself is no returns, and no refunds. So all we promise is that the actual hammer or mallet or whatever you want to call it is free from defect for 90 days. The orphan, we can't make any promises. That's just the way it works in the business. Dear Bob, please do not do any accents. It's not that you shouldn't, it's that you can't. They're terrible. If you can't do a proper Indian product support accent, you shouldn't do accents. Number 207. 205 is Joseph Petrick. Who's 207? That's interesting. So I would say it's probably rock solid since he does the best Indian support accent. But I wouldn't do an Indian support accent because that would be possibly racist. But I can do Aussie, right? You've all heard my Aussie accent. Oi! It's me, Aussie O'Prey, down here on the southern hemisphere. And we've got the koalas and the dingoes and the roos. See? Perfect Australian accent. I can also do perfect Scottish Irish accent. Oi, it's me up here in Leprechaun Town. Totally different accent than Aussie O'Prey. We have a all bloody weekend to practice our accents up here in Scotland. And all Nessie is coming. Stay away, stay back, Nessie. Whoa, Nessie. Go back to the lake. I said go back to the lake. You stupid fish. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Perfect. I don't understand what the problem is, 207. Peter Quinn says, I dare you to try my local accent. I don't know what your local accent sounds like. I mean, I guess I did. I heard you. I heard you on screen sometimes. Agnes says, Bird of Prey, can you refill a Whack-A Orphan? Yeah. For extra price, you can refill. John Street says, Bird of Prey, you're most likely to get Sis O'Prey fired from her job with Aussie O'Prey. That's true. Peter says, don't give up the day job. Okay. Okay, don't give up the day job. If people don't like my accents I work so hard on. Dear Bob, Joe Biden here. Since you are now confirmed to be Mrs. Anti-Tracker and Biden said he was going to pick a female to be his Veep, you may have to combat Pocahontas and the murderer, aka Killary, to be a Veep. But good news is you met one of his litmus tests. Biden, Joe, I already told you, I'm the president, you're the VP. Don't worry, I've got it all covered. Just keep showing up at events and smiling. And for God's sake, stop sniffing the babies, please. Stop sniffing the babies and the women. In fact, don't sniff anybody. Dear Bob, love you, especially after sexy boinking, and you're once again yelling 9 repeatedly. How do I get you up to yelling 10? German shemale number 9. Fake news. There are no shemales in Karoga. Certainly none on my non-existent harem. But whatever. Whatever, Turtistan. You'll keep trying. Dear Bob, did we ever get confirmation that Soong constructed B4? Or was he just a Soong-type android? That always bothered me regarding where he came from. Rock solid. I mean, I don't think we have absolute confirmation that it was Dr. Soong Sr. who created B4. I mean, I suppose it could have been his kid, but that wouldn't have made any sense, because if his kid could make B4, then his kid should have been able to make actual datas by now without having to do the organic. See, that's the thing. They look at organic synths as if the organic synths are somehow more advanced than data. But they're not. By every right, an organic synth is far more destructible than data. So, I mean, given the choice, if I was going to be a synthetic, I would much rather have the mechanical body that, doesn't die if you shoot it. You just have to replace a servo or something. So, I don't think we have absolute confirmation, rock solid, but I think it's assumed, let's put it this way, it is assumed that B4 was created by Soong. But we're never, unless we see it on screen happening, we're never going to have absolute confirmation. Actor says it's not Joe Biden. It was Joe Biden. Yosef says, rock solids. Bird of Prey, in that episode with Data's mother, she said Soong created way more androids before lore. Yes, she did say that there were androids before lore. She didn't mention them by name. So we don't know if B4 was even one she was talking about, or what happened to them. Dear Bob, is there any way we can quarantine the mainstream media for the remainder of 2020? I think we should. I think we absolutely should. In fact, I think we should shut down all the media, and I will do all the news reports for the rest of the year for everybody. So just send me in all the news. I'll decide what needs to go out, and I'll report on it. And it'll just be a couple hours a day of news, and that'll be it. And the rest of the day, you can go back to playing Risk Online, or playing your Nintendo Switch, or whatever it is you like to do. Go back to YouTube videos. You don't need more than 2 hours of news in any given day. I will be the gatekeeper. Dear Bob, in the TOS episode The Cage, is about the Enterprise crew along with the CIC watching an episode of Star Trek. As one of the few episodes of TOS I actually liked, did they ever explain what happened to the original crew of the Enterprise outside of Pike? Rock solid. No, I think it was just assumed that, when the 5-year mission ended, people transferred out. Mostly, the doctor looked like he was ready to retire anyway. So, and those other people, I assume they just left. There was no official on-canon explanation. Captain Track says you can never trust from Bird of Prey. What? What are you talking about? You can never trust from Bird of Prey. Of course you can trust from Bird of Prey. And I'm pretty sure that was Joe Biden. Which one would that have been? This one? See, make me go back to look for Joe Biden. It says, oh, not Joe Biden here. Sorry. Not Joe Biden here. Since you are now confirmed to be Mrs. Anti-Tracker, and Biden said he was going to pick a female to be his Veep, you may have to combat Pocahontas and the murderer Hillary. to be beat, but good news. Okay, so sorry, not Biden. Hint, hint. But I think we both know it really was you, Biden. Biden likes to call himself not Biden. He thinks it throws people off. He thinks he throws people off. Dear Bob, before this episode of the Orville by the same name, what did you call the Gelogia machine? Some have claimed you called it Betty, as you loved how well she sucked. Hashtag free Abraham or not. Well, it's a good question because I'm about to use the Gelogia machine. But before the Orville episode of the same name, the Gelogia machine was called the Piss in Me 3000. That was the working title for the Gelogia machine. And with that, I think I will use the Gelogia machine, aka Piss in Me 3000, and I'll be back in a minute and a half or so.
Hello, I'm Charlie McKee for Electrolux. And this is an America that used to be. A time when companies brought vacuum cleaners to your home, because that's the best place to judge a vacuum. Today, few companies do that. But Electrolux still does, because your home is still the best place to see why Electrolux is better. So open your door to Electrolux. Electrolux, your home is the best place to see why we're better.
This week, Sears teams up velour and corduroy for a sporty look at a winning price. First, corduroy pants, a super value at only $8.99. The Fit Super, too, and you save $5. Snuggle into a rich velour top for just $12.99. The luxury of velour in a soft knit blend, and you save $5. The pants in assorted colors, the tops in crew V and boat neck. Hurry, this sale ends Saturday at Sears, where America shops for value.
If doing things different is your style, Genesee Cream Ale is your brew. Ever since we got a wood stove, I've got the lowest heating bill around.
Yeah, and the biggest thirst.
Next time that you're thirsty, make Jenny Cream your brew. The taste is something different. It's smoother drinking too.
I like it, 'cause there's nothing like it.
It's different.
Genesee Cream Ale.
Jeans and tops from Sears are spring wardrobe essentials on sale this week. First, jeans that fit just $10.99. They fit your shape as well as your size. And you save $5. Add the all-cotton top, now just $6.99. Cool comfort and perma-press too, and you save $3. Jeans in western and cinch waist, tops in stripes and solids. These wardrobe essentials are on sale through Saturday at Sears, where America shops for value.
Where America shops for value. Also, Electrolux. Very important. Open your door to Electrolux. Not today, though. Don't open your door to anyone today. But in a few weeks, after this is over, if Electrolux comes around, be sure to open up your door to them. Yosef says rock solid. In that episode, Data's mother. Yeah, I read that. News you can never trust. Peter says, I'll be in Adrian Cronor. Okay. And Peter says, better than Sleepy Joe, Bird of Prey. Richie Poole yells, Gelogia! Where's the Geordie Jeans advert? I don't know. Trekkie Girl can't wait for Saturday. Okay. Actor says that's the first generation green screen. Oh, that might have been. Okay. Wait, did I answer that question? I think I did. Yes, the Piss in Me 3000. Okay. Dear Bob, have you ever read the William is that supposed to be Shatner? That's not how you spell Shatner. The William Shatner book, The Return. It came out between generations of First Contact, ties into the motion picture directly, and was a very creative story. No, I have not, but I've heard a lot about it. One day, maybe I'll read it. I think it's a series, isn't it? It comes with Captain Kirk coming back from the Nexus. So, yeah, I have not read it. But there's a lot of Star Trek books I have not yet read, but I hope to. Dear Bob, Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat, Killer Instinct, rank them. Oh, I preferred Mortal Kombat to Street Fighter 2, barely. So, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter 2, and Roxanne, I honestly don't remember Killer Instinct. I don't remember what it was, so I guess I just would rank it third. If it was like, I don't know, Virtua Fighter, that was another fighter of the time. I would put Mortal Kombat as the best fight. Well, probably Mortal Kombat 2 as the best all-time fighter of that time, followed by Street Fighter 2, and then there was one I had on the Neo Geo, not Neo Geo. I didn't have a Neo Geo. The Turbo Duo, if I remember. That was a pretty cool one, but I forget what it was called. I think there was like a lion or tiger man or something in it. But no, I'd put Mortal Kombat over Street Fighter, but it's cool. Killer Instinct, I'll Google it. I honestly don't remember ever having it. Search with the Google. Son of a bitch. Was Killer Instinct the one with the tiger guy? I don't know. I know I'm screwed. No, honestly, I don't remember. This doesn't look familiar at all. That does not look familiar at all, so sorry. Yeah, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter 2, Killer Instinct. Dear Bob, you said you had a weird dream recently. Was it a dream where you see yourself standing in some sort of sun god robes on a pyramid with 1,000 naked women screaming and throwing little pickles at you? Why am I the only person that has that dream? No, that was not the dream I've had, nor it was a dream that I ever had. And if it was you who have that dream, why are they throwing little pickles at you? That seems suspicious. And 2, how do you know they're pickles and not cucumbers? Did you taste them? Did you taste the little pickle? It's okay if you did. Just be honest. Did you actually taste that it was a pickle and not a little cucumber? I'm just asking. How are you so sure? And were they dill or roasted garlic? What type of pickle? Or was it a variety of pickles? I'm curious. You could go for some good pickles right about now. And Gary sent the, yeah, I did. I sure did. I misspelled the Orville. Son of a bitch. I misspelled it in the tag. Oh, well, that sucks. That's probably why Seth looked at this and said, look at this fool. He can't even spell the Orville. And he's like, now I'm not going to buy this. Now I'm not going to buy the script from him or even trade him a jacket or a ship. I said, we'll trade ship for ship or jacket. I guess that's, well. I had my shot and I lost it. Wrong. Thank you. Thank you, Rock Solid. Dear Bob, you seem to be an expert about dreams. I had recently had one as well. Maybe you can tell me what it means. I was abducted by aliens, little gray nude figures with large eyes. They did some probing on me with needles and large cucumber-shaped objects. I am sure you know what I mean. I do not. Most probably they did even more because I felt a bit sore after I woke up in my genital region. But maybe it was only a dream, but the question is, what did I do? It doesn't sound like a dream. I think you were actually abducted by gray aliens. My question, though, is how did you know they were nude? Because I haven't heard anyone describe them as nude before. I mean, they might not have been wearing any noticeable clothing, but usually the only way you can be sure they're nude is if you see some, some bits hanging out that shouldn't be hanging out. So, you know what? I don't even want to know how you know they're nude, but I'm pretty sure you just got defiled by gray aliens. So, remember, don't blame yourself. But next time, you might want to keep a bottle of lube with you when you fall asleep, just in case you get beamed up to the mothership. You'll presumably have the bottle with you. You can say, let's. I know you flew 1 billion miles here to stick this up my butt, but you can give them the lube. I'm sure they're willing to make it a little bit easier if they can. But yeah, and the problem is once you've been abducted once, it's probably going to happen again and again. So you can either move to an underground bunker where there's no windows, or just deal with it. Just sleep with the lube. That's the easiest option. Also, hide a camera in the lube. So they open the lube and they got a picture taken of them. That's going to piss them off, though, but make sure you get that picture back, otherwise it's all for nothing. And now Gary, rock solid, says, you don't know who Bela Lugosi is. He's one of the classic actors of all time. It's like saying you don't know who Charlie Chaplin or the Three Stooges are. I know who Charlie Chaplin is. He's the guy who looked like the bad guy from World War II. And the Three Stooges are the guys that were based off the 3 robots from Short Circuit that he had wired up to act like stooges. Those guys. No. Woo? Yeah. No, Sassy, it's okay. I was saying stooge words. I wasn't trying to wake you up. Dear Bat. Oh man. Let's start that over again. Dear Bop, Joe Biden here. To make Bernie feel a little better about dropping out and endorsing me, we decided to explore our sexuality and let him see what the kiddos all find so fascinating about my short hairs. I was pitching and he was catching. It was beautiful. But ever since then, and he was upstanding and did endorse me after dropping out, I fear I have gonorrhea. It's the worst parts of gonorrhea, herpes, syphilis, and AIDS. I know he wanted everyone to feel the burn, but if this is what he was spreading, besides his ass cheeks, I'm glad I was able to save the American public from his pubics. Should I use this in my next campaign ad? I mean, I did save the American public. With love, Joe. Yeah, you should, Joe Biden. You should definitely talk about all the diseases that your one night with Bernie Sanders gave you. The American people deserve to know. So, gonorrhea, syphilitis. That is, that's almost as bad as it sounds. And you threw in AIDS too, so it's still bad. I mean, you might as well have thrown in the virus while you're at it. Dear Bob, do you use Streamlabs OBS? No, I do not. I know you've made other videos to instruct people on how to use other programs. If you do not, can you tell me where to find good video? I use XSplit, which is free if you don't go above 720p resolution, which is fine for the vast majority of people. So if you want to use XSplit, it's the letter X and the word split, one word. X, S-P-L-I-T. XSplit Broadcaster, you can download it. There are a bunch of videos on the website that tell you how to use it. There's a bunch of videos if you do a YouTube search for setting up XSplit and YouTube for streaming. There's a bunch of videos there. Or if you really want to use OBS, Streamlabs OBS, there are a ton of videos. If you just Google search or YouTube search how to set up Streamlabs OBS with YouTube streaming, there are literally got to be 100+ videos on the matter. So just find one you like. The more recent, the better, because these programs and YouTube does change over time. So if you have a 2017 video versus a December 2019 video, take the December 2019 video. And hell, by now, there's probably a half dozen 2020 videos up already. So do Streamlabs OBS YouTube streaming 2020, and you'll probably get at least a dozen videos. Just find one that works for you. Somebody who's clear that you can understand. The video, if it's more than 10 minutes, it's probably going too slow. If it's less than 2 minutes, it's probably going too fast. So look for something, a little under 10 minutes. That's probably what you need to set up, especially if they pause it for periods where you have to wait for something to happen. Dear Bob, hello, sir. My name is Dr. Nancy Richardson of the Lake Caroga Mental Asylum. Please come back. You seem to have suffered a relapse. These accents you are using are signs of multiple personality syndrome has returned, and you are not the leader of a nation. Please stop holding your mother against her will and come back to us. We can help you. I personally forgive you for biting me. I will no longer file charges as long as you come home to us. Dr. Nancy Richardson. Waha! Dr. Nancy Richardson, I know that you're a fake because there is no Lake Caroga Mental Asylum. It's Caroga Lake Mental Asylum, if there was such a place, which I highly doubt. I find your qualifications quite suspect. But yeah, so try again if you get the name of the town right. You couldn't even get the name of the town right. You're a bad doctor, Nancy. And I probably deserve to be bit. Dear Mrs. Anti-Tracker, I don't understand why everyone can't believe you look the way you are. I've been married to you for so long, I even forget how you look like the way you stay in Caroga too long. Signed, leader of Kurdistan Anti-Tracker. I am not Mrs. Anti-Tracker, and I am 100% sure that Anti-Tracker did not write that. Hashtag bird is crazy, says Thomas. Peter says 720p is more than enough. Very cool. Dear Bob, I am sick and tired of these insults to Joe Biden. He is a hero. All you right-wing effers, go to hell. I hate you all. I hate you all. All you people are as full of hate. We need love to destroy you all. Rachel P., former subscriber. Every Democrat, every rapist, Blue Rave 2020. Go to hell, you capitalists. What the fuck? I'm assuming this is a joke. Because, and if it's not, Rachel P. was so angry, he or she, I assume she, couldn't even get her final words correctly. Rachel, if you're out there, every rapist, every Democrat, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. You're saying Joe Biden's a hero? To who? To who? Okay, to who is Joe Biden a hero? Because I don't see any of these people lining up to say Joe Biden's a hero. You could argue certainly John McCain was a hero. Tulsi Gabbard, hero. Some people might even call Bernie Sanders a hero. I don't see anybody out there calling Joe Biden a hero. But listen, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and we're just having some fun around here. Dear Bob, still better being abducted by little gray men than huge gay men. I would agree. Unless you're gay, it's probably better to be abducted by little gray men. Plus, you have a much more interesting story to talk about. Dear Bob, I use Streamlabs OBS. Who needs help? Rock solid. I don't know. Whoever needs that help with Streamlabs OBS, contact Rock Solid. He's willing to help. He's very good at what he does, and so I'm sure he can get you through using Streamlabs OBS. Thank you, Rock Solid, for volunteering. Dear Bob, same question. I use Streamlabs. Who needs help? Whom needs help? Whatever. Whoever it is that needs help, please contact Rock Solid. Thank you again, Rock Solid, for asking. And we will put these in the archive. There we go. There we go. And we're done with the Dear Bobs. Now, I want to get to some interesting things. This website, because Apollo 13 happened in 1970. We're looking at April 13th, 1970. And we can follow along the Apollo 13 in real time as what was going on. Now, the Apollo 13 was the Apollo mission that had the problem. So if you go to that website, right now you're listening to the actual NASA recordings that were happening on today, April 13th, at exactly this time. It's a pretty cool website. You can also go backwards and forward throughout the whole mission and see the video and the audio that was taking place. It's just some fun. It's something fun to do when you're not listening to anyone else on YouTube or whatever else you might have to do. And then there's this. This is it's both an app, but it's also free on the website. It teaches you Morse code. Now, I was like, how can this teach me Morse code? And I swear to God, within 5, 10, 15 minutes, I already knew like 5 or 6 characters of Morse code. It's got an amazing system that actually teaches you. The only Morse code I knew was ... for S and ... for O. Because the ... is SOS. That was the only Morse code I knew. Now I know like 6 or 7 characters in Morse code. Just the more you play with it, the more characters you learn. It's really, I'm going to put some on so you can see how it is. But play a demo on your desktop. They prefer you use it on your phone. They say it gives you better results. But for me, it's fine on the desktop. Move your mouse for ... and dash. Okay, so what they do is they show you what the letter looks like. Like it looks like, think of an arrow when you look at an A. Think of a banjo when you think of a B. And think of candy when you look at a C. So then you go through all the letters, and you tap to start, and eat, I. So I, E is an I, just one dot. A is an arrow, that's a dot and a dash. And a T is just a tape, it's a single line. So, dash, oh, son of a bitch, I did. Dash. And again, dash. Dot, dash. Okay, now we got dot dash dash dot dash. Now I is insect, which is 2 dots. 2 dots, and then E is 1 dot. And tie dash dot dot dot. Cool. IT dot dot dash. Tie. What the fuck is that word? Dash dot dot dot. And anyway, oh, meta. Okay, mustache is 2 dashes. So yeah, you're getting into some consonants. Dashes dot dash dot dash. Tame dash dot dash 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 dot dash dash dot dot dash dash. You see? It's super easy. And I've already got A, I, E, M, and T down. You know, you spend an hour with this, you'll probably learn all of sign language. Not sign language, SOS. Morse code. You probably learn all of Morse code. It's really cool. I mean, it might look stupid on the screen. I don't know. But trust me, if you play with it, it's actually very, very cool. And I do suggest anybody... It's always good to know a little Morse code, right? We've all seen Star Trek V, right? We all wish we knew what he was saying before they said it. Maybe they wouldn't have been so close to the explosion. Peter Quinn says that Jim Lovell looks like Tom Hanks. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, can you do all the Dear Bops again? I missed it. No, Wes, but you can rewind and hear all the Dear Bops again. Mike Richards is laughing. Peter says, is there a learning Is there a learning semorpha site? Seminar? No, semaphore. I have no idea what that word is, Peter. I will. Let's see. Semaphore. A system of sending messages by holding arms and 2 flags. Ah, no. If there is, I have not seen that site. Wesley says, creaming like a girl. What? I did not say that. Rock Solid says, Bird of Prey, there's one more Dear Bop. Okay, I'll go double check Dear Bops. Rock Solid. Richie Bulls is Bird of Prey newsflash. Bernie had endorsed Biden for president. We need you in the White House. Yes. Yes, I heard. And now Thomas Potts is putting in Morse code. Dash. T. Dot. I can't tell. A. T. A. M. T-E-A-M. Or is that an S? Teams? I don't know. I can't do it, Thomas. Peter is lolling. Yes, SOS, Joseph. Richie Pools says, trust me, if you play with this, it's really cool. Samophone, says Peter. Samophone. I never heard of that. I mean, I've heard of it, you know, what it refers to with the flags or the poles. Yeah, but I never heard it called a samophone or whatever that is. Okay, let's see. There's one more Dear Bop according to... there's 2 more Dear Bops. 2 more Dear Bops. Dear Rachel, get a sense of humor, or at least pull your head out of your ass. You say capitalist like it's a bad thing. A proud capitalist and American Gary. Rock Solid Productions. P.S. For what it's worth, if you subscribe to me, feel free to unsubscribe to me as well. Pinko Communist. Gary. We want everybody to feel welcome here. But yes, we are capitalists. Okay, I don't apologize for believing in capitalism. I would hope you could respect my opinion, Rachel, as Alexander is a communist. I don't berate him for being a communist. I think he probably one day might change his mind, but if he doesn't, he doesn't. I'm not unsubscribing from Alexander because I disagree with his opinion on politics and government. That's just stupid. I'm sorry. I have no idea. I have no idea. Rachel Maddow, you think? You think it's Rachel Maddow? Dear Bob, why do you human always ask if we're going to anal probe you when you visit your backwater of a planet? Signed, Gray Aliens. P.S. The men in black are all coming to your home soon to delete this and your memories of the last 5 minutes. Well, if the men in black come, maybe they can delete a lot more. And they better be wearing masks, says Mama Pray. Dear Bob, tell Rox I'm not a communist. 205. Frog Solid, Joseph is not a communist. And he said it again. But Rock Solid, I'm curious. Did you write that letter as Rachel or not? I mean, why would you even say that you're not a communist? It just I'm confused. You can answer in the chat, please. You don't have to do it as a Dear Bob. You don't have to do it as a Dear Bob. Rox Odds is Bird of Prey. Remember, oh, there we go. You remember Joseph is a communist too. Joseph is not a communist. Keely Chow says, hey everybody, Qapla. Keely Chow, welcome. And Rox Odds is Bird of Prey. I did not write that letter. I didn't think you did, Rox Odds. I was asking if Joseph did. Ridgy Pool, I would pay to see a death match between Rachel and Gary. Wow. Peter Quinn says, I'm a lefty myself, Bird. I know you are, Peter, but you're welcome here. I'm not gonna change. If I don't change your mind, that's fine. I'm not always trying to change people's minds. Thomas is Bird of Prey. If I did it right, it said Karoga sucks. Wow. Joseph Patrick wants to do a round of Use Your Words, huh? I guess we could do a round of Use Your Words, sure. The weather seems to be okay outside. Yeah, we'll do a round of Use Your Words, everybody. It's been a while. And then I will probably end the stream. And I will suggest that we all head over to Orville Nation's stream. Now, he just started streaming, but he will stream for several hours in all likelihood. So, for those who prefer to stay here and play Use Your Words, you should. And for those who prefer to go over to Orville Nation stream, I will miss you, but I will see you in, I don't know, an hour or so after this stream is over and after I eat dinner. So it usually takes about a half hour to play a round of Use Your Words. Now, of course, the first step is finding the icon. There it is. There it is. I recently moved a bunch of icons. Use Your Words. So, for those who don't know, you've got to go to the website, wordsgame.lol. I'm putting it in the chat. Sorry about that. You got to go to this website to go to the game, and I got to start the game.
Grab a web-enabled device like a smartphone, a tablet, or anything with a browser and navigate to www.wordsgame.lol. Then enter the room code.
I'm a player. Okay. Bird O Prey 5. Okay.
Have you checked out the settings menu yet?
There we go. So go to www.wordsgame.lol and you're going to put in the game code K as in kite, Y as in yo-yo, A as in apple, J as in Joseph. KYAJ. The first 5 people to come in are part of the game, and anyone else who wants to come in, you can be part of the audience. The audience does get to vote, so you still have a say in the game. So BOP5 came in. Joseph is a communist has come in. 205 has come in to the game. We still got room for 2 more players. We still got room for 2 more players. Let's move this over here. Peter Quinn's is bird of prey, so we get fed, looked after, and jeep the place clean. Without them, I don't matter how rich or capitalist you are. Mike Richards says, I'm a player. I did say that. Okay, it doesn't look like anybody else wants to come in.
You can do it.
If anybody else wants to come in, let me know in the chat real quick, and I'll stay another minute. Otherwise, it looks like it's going to be just us 4 playing. Oh, we got 2 more. Joel and Aberjam came in at the exact same time. So anybody else who wants to come in, there's still room, but you're going to be a spectator. You can still go to Words Game and put in
it's time
KYAJ.
to use your words.
Okay,
The glory
use
of the
your
silver
words.
Screen.
Sub
In
the title.
header, throw it in the garbage. It's
So,
sub the title.
I'm going to skip the instructions because basically you just got to create a subtitle for this movie clip. What's the matter? You look sad. Insert subtitle. What's the matter? You look sad. Okay, so enter the subtitle. Okay. And then, this you got to enter this on your device or your other web browser or whatever it is. Whatever it is you're using. And there's certainly ample time. Yes, Wes, I'm still going. I was asked to play a round of Use Your Words. But after this, I'm going to be ending the stream.
Get ready. Here's what you came up with.
What's the matter? You look sad. I have seen a picture of Bert's butt. What's the matter? You look sad. I am sad. Rachel unsubbed. What's the matter? You look sad. Eat my Bird of Prey 5 cookies. What's the matter? You look sad. Bird of Prey took all the beagles for his beagle bites. What's the matter? You look sad. I just learned Joe Biden picked Bird of Prey as his running mate, and there was a lot more that I couldn't see. What's the matter? You look sad. I have resting bummed face. That sounds like a house answer. You look sad. Need more TP from my Karogan butthole.
You may have noticed an extra answer in there.
Yeah, I noticed an extra answer. I think we all know. We all know what the house answer was.
For yourself, but watch out. Voting for any house answer will deduct points from your score. So pick your favorite answer, but watch out for house answers.
So pick your favorite answer. You have to pick your favorite answer. Don't be picking an answer that you think, nobody else is going to pick. That's not right. You'd be cheating if you pick anything but your favorite answer. Even if your favorite answer is a house answer, you got to pick it. You're obliged.
Let's see how you voted.
I'm sad Rachel unsubbed. 1,000 for me. Sad that Bird of Prey took all the beagle bites. It's 2,000 for BOP5 and 3,000 for Joseph, aka 205, because they're sad that he saw my butt.
Dateline, right here and right now. It's extra, extra.
Extra, extra. So we gotta come up with a headline for this photo. Okay, I got mine. I'll make up the headline. The headline for this photo. Peter Quinn is going to head off. Bird of Prey, I think I'll go straight to sleep tonight. Good night, Peter Quinn. If you're still out there, take care. Have a good night. Josh reads Bird of Prey. If the house answers start to use Bird of Prey 5, then everyone is screwed. That is totally true. Thomas says this is like the 30th time he's seen this photo. It happens, Thomas. Star Trek Nitpickers is in the house. Someone is messing with the weather controls in Ryza. Yeah, Worf must have got to the weather controls again. Qapla, Star Trek Nitpickers. Welcome. By the way, Star Trek Nitpickers, once this stream is over, we're going to head over to Orville Nation. I don't know if you've been on Orville Nation streams before, but he's a really good guy. You should meet him online. Get to know him if you haven't. DJ. Old DJ learns consequences of not washing hands after COVID-19. Biden playing greatest hits. Let the bodies hit the floor. Joe wraps ass with cream pie. Wow. Anti-Tracker Anti-Tracker plays high school proms. Wanna feel old? This is Skrillex. Skrillex today? Creepy Uncle Joe goes incognito at the high school dance. In 2021, Anti-Tracker becomes a DJ.
Now, vote for your favorite answer, but watch out for house answers.
Vote for your favorite. I feel like somebody should have made the DJ Odyssey connection. Okay. Okay.
Here's how you vote.
We have our answers. 1,000 for creepy Uncle Joe at the high school dance. 1,000 for Anti-Tracker school prom. 1,000 for Joe Raps. And 2,000, 3,000 for Anti-Tracker becomes a DJ in 2021. My answer. I'm in the lead with 4,000. BOP5 is in second with 3,000.
It's Blank-O-Matic.
Blank-O-Matic. I like Taylor, but I don't know if I can date someone whose college major is blank. Fill in the blank. I like Taylor, but I don't know if I could date someone whose college major is blank. Okay. One more person has to fill in the blank. There we go.
Here,
I like Taylor, but I don't know if I can date someone whose college major is Joe's Cove 19 inches long. Whose college major is fake. Whose college major is lesbian Grogan Mindslave Dance Theory. Whose college major is the future Biden presidency. Whose college major is Karogan Gender Studies. I don't know if I can date someone whose college major is anal probing. I don't know if I can date someone whose college major is Psycho the Rapist at a Lake Karoga Mental Hospital.
Vote for your favorite answer now. Let's see how you voted.
Can't date someone whose major is anal probing. 1,000 for BOP 5. Lesbian Karogan mind dance theory. 2,000 for Yosef. Is a communist. Karogan gender studies. 3,000 for Aberjam. Now Aberjam is tied with me. In the lead. As is BOP 5, it's a 3-way tie for the lead.
Of cinema is yours to ruin.
And we're back again for Sub the Title. My least favorite. By far my least favorite part. What happened? Why are all these people dead? Insert subtitle. Why are all these people dead? I'm not cheating. Mike Richards said this Taco Tuesday. It's Taco Monday in Karoga. Although I will probably have leftovers for Taco Tuesday. One more person. Yosef.
Get ready. Here's what you came up with.
Okay, why are all these people dead? The COVID-19 is here. I can smell it. What happened? Why are all these people dead? Barbecue the miners at work. Quickly put some sauce on them. What happened? Why are all these people dead? What else are you supposed to do with Karogan slaves when they've mined all they can mine? What happened? Why are all these people dead? They catch the Karogan virus. What happened? Why are all these people dead? In 2020, they used to be called New Yorkers. Aww. What happened? Why are all these people dead? Bird reversed the flow on his Geloja pump. They all drowned. What happened? Why are all these people dead? They're not dead. They're taking their daily siesta, you uncultured swine.
Vote for your favorite answer now.
Oh. Remember, it has to be your favorite answer.
Let's see how you voted, shall we?
They catch the Karoga virus. 1,000 for BOP 5. What are you supposed to do with Karogan slaves? 1,000 for Yosef is a communist. Bird reversed the Geloja pump. 5,000. 4,000 for Aberjam. 4,000 for Aberjam. That Aberjam now has a commanding lead of 8,000.
It's extra, extra.
Extra, extra.
Broom.
Headline for this photo. Oh, Jesus. What the fuck? I don't even know what the hell I'm looking at. I have no idea. Aberjam rocks, says Joe Lau. Darth Maul says Taco Tuesday with the lesbians in the Kurogan mine. If you want. Though be careful, Darth Maul. There's two types of lesbians.
Here's what you wrote.
The mine doesn't attract the Jadzia Daxes. Kurogan rocket launch site. That is so wrong. Typical Turtistani wedding photo. That makes so much sense now. Up, up, and squirt to the sky. Man finally figures out how to look at COVID-19 data so it actually makes sense. University philosophy professor steps down after sending creepy Christmas cards to students. Berto Prey finally does yoga. Nope. Kurogan Shemale limbers up for appointment with Berto Prey.
Time to vote for your favorite. Pick a winner.
That's not even close to being a Shemale. Vote for your favorite.
Here's how you voted.
Berto Prey 5 finally does yoga, 1,000 for BOP 5. Kurogan Shemale, 1,000 for Aberjam. Typical Turtistani wedding photo, 1,000 for me. Kurogan rocket launch site, 3,000 for 205. So 205 and BOP 5 are tied at second and 6,000. Aberjam has 9,000. And I'm a far third.
It's Blank-O-Matic.
Blank-O-Matic, fill in the blank. Music, take me down to Paradise City where blank. Take me down to Paradise City where blank. And remember, you will get graded on how closely that fills into the lyrics.
And here's what you came up with.
Take me down to Paradise City where women are free. Take me down to Paradise City where Kuroga does Turtistan. Take me down to Paradise City where Kurogan guys have big hairy titties. Take me down to Paradise City where Sassy is sleeping and Auntie is peeing. Take me down to Paradise City where the trannies cream on Big Beard's big titties. Take me down to Paradise City where the beer is cheap but it's really shitty. Take me down to Paradise City where Corona rules and the nurses are pretty.
Okay, vote for your favorite answer.
And the rain has started coming down heavy here. That's gotta be a house answer. But you know what? It's the best one. Well, it's pretty close to the best. Second best.
Here's how you voted.
Where Sassy is sleeping and Auntie is peeing is 1,000 for me. Where trannies cream on birds, 1,000 for Yosef is a communist. Kuroga does Turtistan is 1,000 for Joel. Where Kurogan guys have big hairy titties, 1,000 for Aberjam. Where Corona rules and nurses are pretty are 2,000 for 205. So 8,000 for 205, 10,000 for Aberjam, 6,000 for me and DOP 5.
Survey
And
says,
now is the final round, the
in
lightning
survey
round.
says, all point values are doubled.
Take
You'll
me
be
down
shown
to
3
Paradise
prompts in a
City
row,
where they're
and since
Karoga
Let's
free
Play
and the
mode is
sisters are
turned
pretty.
on, you'll get
See,
90
Tubian,
seconds
you would
apiece
have
to
won. You
answer
would have
each
won
one.
that round.
Here's your first prompt.
You would have won that round. Make up a children's book you wouldn't want to read to kids. There's plenty of answers for that. Take me down to Paradise City where Kurdistani girls look so shitty. Mike Richards would have been good at that one too.
Here's your second prompt.
Next prompt. Make up the name of a French restaurant you wouldn't visit. Oh-ho! Gives me a chance to use my French accent, eh? Oh. You should come to, yes, Pippi Le Pew's diner. Where all the stink for you to eat. Okay. Yes, French accent. Snail City. Oh. Jeff Franklin. Hello, Jeff. I'm sorry you're sad.
Here's your third and final prompt.
Third and final prompt. Good one. Make it a good one. What is it? Make up the name of an inadvisable sexual position. Oof. An inadvisable sexual position. It all comes down to this, people. And this could be what makes or breaks the winner. And we're waiting for...
Here's what you wrote.
Okay, for the first one. Survey says, make up a children's book you wouldn't read to kids. Play with Uncle Joe's curly hairs. Bird reads Michael Jackson stories. Common Core math explained by Vile. That got Mama Frey laughing. BOP5 does Karoga. Uncle Joe is your best friend and not at all risky. The story of Birdo Prey 5 and his female harem. The joy of sex for kids. No. See, people, you can't write that type of stuff. You cannot write that type of stuff. I hope that was the house.
15 seconds left.
15 seconds. There you go. Tick tock.
Let's see what you weirdos wrote.
Okay, we go on to the next one now. Survey says, make up the name of a French restaurant you wouldn't want to visit. Les Turds. French restaurant you wouldn't want to visit. Dick's French Joint. That doesn't sound very French. French restaurant. Eton in Glory Hole. La Bird au Turd. La Bird au Turd. Le Petit Carogan Brochet Schwang. Wow. Quebec Dead Meat Le Shop. Shop de Alexander. Le Carogan Café du Meat des Les Orphans.
Vote for your favorite answer now.
I can't see. I can't see. I gotta click on something. Oh. Oh. Okay.
Get ready. Here's what you came up with.
Make up a name of a sexual position. Make up a name of an inadvisable sexual position. Anything under Bird o' Prey 5. Under Bird's gonads. What the fuck, people? The Birdo style. The Bird o' Prey 5. The Bird German She-Male number 9. Dip da pet ups the tip counts. Dip potidus the tip counts. The high jump. The high jump? Really?
Time to
that's gotta be a house answer. It's gotta be a house answer. Okay.
Let's see how you voted.
Okay, so let's see how we went with this. A child's book you wouldn't read to kid. Bird reads Michael Jackson stories. 2,000 for 205. Play with Uncle Joe's curly hair is 2,000 for Joseph's a communist. Uncle Joe is your best friend. 4,000 for Aberjam. Bird of Prey does Caroga. 4,000 for Joel. Make up the name of a French restaurant you wouldn't visit. Quebec Le de Meat Shop was 2,000 for me. Petit Carogan. 2,000 for Joseph. Le Carogan Café Les Los Orphans. 4,000 for Aberjam. La Bird au Turd. 4,000 for BOP 5. And the final make-up name of the BOP 5. 2,000 for Joseph the Communist. Des Petits Communist, whatever, 2,000 for Joel. Anything under Bird of Prey 5, 2,000 for me. The Birdo style, 2,000 for Joseph. And the Bird German She-Male number 9, 4,000 for BOP 5. I'm in 4th place with 10,000. Joseph 205 is in 3rd place with 12,000. Aberjam is in 1st place with 18,000. But I received the Golden Joker Award. And number 2 is BOP 5 with 14,000. Who received the Dirty Bird trophy. And the most offensive player is also me. I get the free speech ribbon.
For playing. Use your words.
How do I come in 4th place and get 2 trophies? I demand a recount. I demand justice.
Awkward silences.
There was clearly a conspiracy against me here, people. There was a conspiracy. I demand satisfaction. I demand satisfaction. Shit. I'm losing the window. There we go. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Good game, though. It was fun. No, I wasn't playing as 2 players. I was not playing as 2 players. Mike Richards and Santa got eaten by an ostrich. Oh, that was the guy who had his head up his butt. Josh reads his Bird of Prey cheated, and I did not cheat. Jeff Franklin's Bird of Prey It's time to release Aberjam. Aberjam was free. He just played and he won. Winner. Back to the gulags. Gulag? Is that what it says? Gulags. Yeah, Jeff and Bird of Prey, you certainly are offensive. And Jeff confirmed Bird of Prey cheats. Josby, Bird of Prey, did DJ forget to return your cheating program after using it last night? I didn't get to see it because it got deleted because of trolls. But no, he didn't borrow my cheating program. I don't have a cheating program. Anyway, guys, I suggest if you have nothing else to do right now, head on over to Orville Nation's live stream. Let me get the link for you. Since they're such a pain in the ass at giving links to other YouTubers right now. Let him know Birdo Prey 5 sent you, and I will see you guys over there maybe in a little bit. And have a good evening all. And I don't know, at some point tonight, I guess Anti-Trekker will stream. He usually does. Qapla all. Thank you, Joseph, putting in the link. Farewell, Mike Richards. And yeah, Joe Lau, I'm done. I started early. I started at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. Sorry, Joe. You can rewind. There's quite a bit there. We did Dear Bops. We did everything. So I wanted to stop before the weather got too bad here because we're getting severe storms. McClunky, Aberjam. McClunky. Qapla all. Good night. Take care. And bird out. Bird out. Thank you all for watching my video. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. Without it, you won't get notifications of new videos. Check out BirdoPrey5.com, the new home of everything Birdo Prey 5 on the web. You can also check out my forum at juot.net. I'm also on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, and Gab. If you'd like to make a donation, check out paypal.me/BirdoPrey5 or on BirdoPrey5.com. Take care.